My name is Ben, and today we are going to go over a new upgrade that I did on my Jeep. But I thought I'd kind of show you what I've done and kind of give you some reasons why I made that change. I had the opportunity to use it last weekend, or go out with the Jeep since I've done that upgrade last weekend. Really like it so far. We'll see how it goes. Last weekend I had the Turtleback trailer. So most of the stuff's in there, but it gave me a lot more room in the Jeep. I'm sure my dog really liked it. He had a lot of room. But anyway, that video will probably be coming up next, that camping trip. So kind of look for it. But anyway, kind of gonna go over that. And then at the end of the video, we're gonna talk about some other things I'm thinking about doing to give me a little more options or flexibility. You know, whether we're camping or overlanding or off-roading. Anyway, just some other ideas that I've been thinking about, probably going to do. So anyway, stay tuned to the end to see that. But let's start off with the upgrade that I did. So I think it's been about 3 years ago, I changed out the back stock deck or platform or whatever you want to call it, behind the seats to Goose Gear. And so I've had that in, I think it's been a little over 3 years. It's been about 3 years. That's how I've been able to hook my fridge in with the slider and everything. It's been super nice. Well, recently, I've been thinking about it for a while, but recently I ordered the front section, the seat delete for both sides, to give me a little more room inside, especially with my dog and then camera equipment and then camping equipment. And I guess the biggest reason is because there's sometimes I want to be able to go and not take the Turtleback trailer depending on what we're doing. And so anyway, that's kind of what I guess helped me make my final decision. So far I really like it. I think it's going to work great. But anyway, let's take a look at that, and then we'll talk about some other things I'm looking at the end of the video. So stay tuned, or stay to the end if you want to see that. But anyway, let's get going on this. All right, so here you can kind of see what it looks like from the back. Got my fridge here on the right. It's got some different platforms down under, or cubbies, I guess, down underneath the platform. The first one is right here. That one right there is where I just kind of put some odds and ends. Some zip ties. I think that's where I got my, if I get a flat tire, got the plug kit. It's down in there. There's some little bit of wrenches and stuff for tire changing and different things like that. But just some odds and ends where I keep one handsaw that I've got, stuff like that. Of course, this back section's been in here for 3 years, so that stuff's been in there for quite a while. Let's move up to the front. Well, on one side, and then we'll do the other side and kind of show you what I've got there. So this is on the other side, and you've got two compartments here as well. This one is where I keep all my recovery gear, which has been really nice because I used to keep it in the back behind the seat, and it just eats up a lot of space. So now it's all hidden under the floor, and I've still got room. I could put a little more in there if I wanted to, which is super nice. So I really like that. And I think as things go on, I'll probably end up making some more changes. And then this one over here, it'll open. It's where I keep my tool roll. So I've got a bunch of tools in there, which also was in the back, which is now really nice to have out of the way. Just gives me more room. And then we'll switch over to the other side and check that out. So now back on this other side, I got two more little cubbies. This one has got some more tools in it. The sockets are kind of nice just to have in those because then you have to dig through everything. So I've got there, and like I said, there'll probably be some adjustments and changes. So that's what we got in that one. And then this cubby over here has my air up hoses and all the stuff to do airing up the tires and airing down the tires so that we get a better ride and better traction when we're off-road. And then there's also a battery jump deal in there as well, which isn't as big a deal now that I've got a dual battery set, but I still like to keep it there. So anyway, that kind of gives you an idea of what we've got going on here, and I don't know, I really like it. It's the fit and finish is super nice. I mean, I even ordered this was kind of another option, so it makes it clean. Otherwise, you could see up underneath there. But I ordered that as well with it to kind of make it so you can't see underneath, and just makes it look really clean. But anyway, so this is my new upgrade. Super excited to get out and use it more. Got some more plans for this winter, which will make this will come in handy. It'll make it really nice. So anyway, that's the most recent update. I've got some other stuff kind of planned, different ideas. Kind of what I'm doing is I've got the Turtleback trailer, which works great. It's awesome because you have water that's heated water. You got a shower that flips out. You've got your tent on top. I mean, it's super nice. But sometimes it's nice to be able to go without having to pull a trailer, especially if I'm going back in an area that I don't know well and a little more difficult. Like the place we went last weekend, which you could pull a trailer up in there, but it's a little more rougher trail, a little more difficult, which I'll kind of talk a little more about that on the upcoming video. But so anyway, that's kind of why I started doing this, changing to the whole Goose Gear Delete. But I've also got some. I'd like to be able to, depending on what trails we're going on, be able to use a ground tent sometimes. I do have a Gazelle. It's a 3T tent, which I might get the 3 or the 4T. It's a little bit bigger. Then I might be able to put a small cot in there and a mat, which I think I'll sleep a lot more comfortably. But so that's one thought, an idea that I have. But that's long enough. It won't fit back here. So I'm looking at a roof rack to go up on top of the Jeep, which will also give me an opportunity. I mean, it will also make it possible for me, if I ever wanted to put a rooftop tent up there. And the rooftop tent I'm thinking about doing just in the wintertime, because last spring when we took the trailers back into one camp spot, we got a little bit of snow, and they're like an anchor. They don't pull very good, especially if the snow is hard. I'm not sure how well it would do if it's really soft, but if it's deep enough, it's just not going to go well. And I want to be able to go back in some places and camp, and it works better without a trailer. So I'm kicking around the idea of putting a rooftop tent on top, going with something smaller, lightweight, just for winter time. And then in the summertime, I don't think I'll keep it on there for summertime. I just want it for the winter time. And then the summertime, if I'm not taking the trailer, looking at a ground tent. Like if we wanted to go into the Rubicon or different places like that, just trying to make it so it's a little more versatile. I got the trailer, I can go that route, or I can go wintertime with the tent on top, or summertime, just take a ground tent if we're going back into different places, more difficult places. So those are some ideas that I'm looking at. Pretty sure I'm going to go that direction. But anyway, you can leave a comment what you think. So anyway, if you want to see what we decide to do, or see what I decide to do, hit the subscribe button and stay tuned to see what's coming up. And then we also have that video coming out next week, so I'll be watching for that. I've got some pretty good ideas for this winter. This end of the summer, I didn't get as much done as I wanted to for different reasons, but I've got some pretty good ideas, and I'm looking for some different upgrades and different things that, if you're interested in, hit the subscribe button. Anyway, so we will see you on the next one. Thanks.